Hitler and the Nazi Party rose to power due to the social and political circumstances that characterized the interwar period in Germany. Since 1945, the word Holocaust has taken a new meaning: the mass murder of about 6 million European Jews, as well as members of some other persecuted groups, by the German Nazi regime during World War II. According to Adolf Hitler, Jews were the inferior race and a threat to German racial purity and community. In September 1939, the German army occupied the western half of Poland. German police soon forced tens of thousands of Polish Jews from their homes and into ghettos. Surrounded by high walls and barbed wire, the Jewish ghettos in Poland functioned like captive city-states.
Hitler joined the National Socialist Party in 1999. Shortly afterward, he became the group's leader and created the racial and anti-Semitic principles in its charter. He wrote a book while in prison called Mein Kampf, which means My Struggle. The book expressed his ideas about racial theory and Nazi global dominion. One common misunderstanding is that Hitler dictated his election by demand. Contrary to this belief, Hitler earned his position with votes from people in Germany. He led people with pride and was close to people that believed in him and to people that he believed in. Hitler captivated minds and spoke from the heart. He truly believed in what he was saying.
The term concentration camps refers to a camp in which people are detained or confined, usually under harsh conditions. In 1933, the first concentration camps were established in Germany. Nazi authorities organized several detention camps to incarcerate those who opposed of Nazi policies. More than 14 million people and 2.5 million prisoners of war were transported to Germany for labor. Jews were enslaved and interned in a far-reaching network of forced labor camps across Europe.
Many things were done to the Jews while at concentration camps. Some examples are gas chambers set up side by side that could simultaneously dispose of 2,000 people. Some Jews endured a slower death. People were forced to stay in a room without food or water till they died. Dark cells were rooms that contained no light and were so tightly sealed that the people who were placed in there had no choice but to slowly suffocate as they used what little oxygen they had left. Although Jews were the main victims of the Holocaust, they are not the only victims. In the fall of 1939, Nazi officials selected around 70,000 Germans institutionalized for mental illness or disabilities to be gassed to death in a euthanasia program. While in the camps, Nazis ran numerous experiments. One of them was to gauge the damage of drinking seawater. Approximately 90 gypsy inmates drank nothing but seawater. The result of this was dehydration. Some inmates licked the floors after they had been mopped, just to get a drop of fresh water.
The Holocaust lasted for nearly 12 years and finally ended in 1945. Starting in 1944, the Allies were working together to slowly remove Hitler from power. In July 1944, the first concentration camp was liberated by the Soviets. Auschwitz was the largest camp in the Nazi territory and also the concentration camp with the most deaths. In January 1945, Auschwitz was liberated. The liberation of this camp was a major milestone in the end of the Holocaust. When the Allied forces finally invaded Germany in 1945, Adolf Hitler knew he had been defeated. Hitler committed suicide in April of 1945 before he could be captured. Thousands of Nazis committed suicide shortly after Hitler did.